All right, let's get right into it. We hear it all the time, right? Consistency is king when it comes to fitness. And it is. But what happens when that consistency slides into monotony? You know, when your trusted routine starts to feel a little too routine. Today we're going to talk about why shaking things up isn't just a fun little extra. It's absolutely essential for seeing real, lasting success.
So you're doing everything right. You're showing up, you're putting in the work, but something just feels off. Your progress has slowed to a crawl, and frankly, you're kind of bored. That, my friends, is the workout rut. And it turns out just doing the same thing over and over has a hidden downside that could be sabotaging the very results you're working so hard for.
I want you to picture it. You walk into the gym, head for the same cardio machine, grab the same set of dumbbells, do the same 3 exercises. Does this scene hit a little too close to home? Yeah, that's the feeling. You're not really training anymore, you're just going through the motions.
Let me ask you this, straight up. Do you ever feel like you're on a treadmill to nowhere? You're sweating, you're breathing hard, you're putting in the effort, but when you look up, you haven't actually moved an inch? If you're nodding your head right now, well, you've officially hit a progress plateau.
And that's what we're talking about today, the dreaded progress plateau. It is that super frustrating point where it feels like your body has just stopped listening. The games grind to a halt, the excitement just fizzles out in your motivation. Yeah, that takes a serious nosedive.
So what's the deal? Why does this even happen? Well, it turns out your body is almost too smart for its own good. It's a master of adaptation. The first time you do a challenging workout, it's a shock to the system. But the 10th time, your body's like, oh, this again? I got this. It becomes so efficient at the task that it no longer needs to change or grow.
And when you put these two approaches side by side, the difference is just night and day. With that static routine, your progress hits a wall, you're bored out of your mind, and your risk for those nagging overuse injuries goes way up. But on the flip side, with a varied routine, you're looking at continuous growth, workouts that are actually fun, and a much safer way to train because you're spreading the load across your whole body.
Okay, so how do we smash through this wall? The answer is surprisingly simple, but it is an absolute game changer. It's all about variation. This, right here, is the secret weapon to unlocking your true fitness potential.
Now, there's a cool term for the science behind this, muscle confusion. And it's exactly what it sounds like. The goal is to never let your muscles get too comfortable by constantly throwing new exercises at them, switching up the angles, the reps, the intensity. You're keeping them guessing. They're forced to adapt to something new, and that constant adaptation, well, that's growth.
So let's really unpack the big wins here. First, you get that awesome muscle confusion we just talked about. Second, you actually enjoy your workouts again because you're not bored. Third, and this one's huge, you lower your risk of getting sidelined by an injury. And all of that adds up to one thing: way, way better results.
Let's start with the challenge. This is really the whole point, isn't it? When you mix things up, your body can't just go on autopilot. It's constantly being forced to solve a new physical puzzle. And that continuous challenge is the secret sauce for improvement, period. Doesn't matter if you're building muscle, running faster, or learning a new skill.
All right, next up, enjoyment. And honestly, this might be the most important part. Come on, let's be real. If your workout feels like a chore, how long are you really going to stick with it? Bringing in something new makes the whole journey more exciting and sustainable. It doesn't have to be a massive change. Swap that Tuesday spin class for a swim. If you always lift for 3 sets of 10, try 5 sets of 5 for a month. Heck, just taking your workout outside can make a world of difference. And finally, let's talk about protection. This is all about playing the long game. When you do the same exact motion over and over and over again, you put a ton of repetitive stress on the same joints. By varying your movements, you spread that stress out. You give those overworked parts a break while strengthening the muscles you might be neglecting. It makes you a more balanced, resilient person and keeps you safer from injury.
But here's where it gets really, really cool. The power of variation doesn't stop with your body. What's so wild is that while you're training your muscles, you're also giving your brain a serious workout.
Just think about it for a second. Every time you learn a new exercise, your brain has to fire on all cylinders. It has to figure out a new movement pattern, coordinate muscles in a new sequence. That's problem solving in real time. It's skill acquisition. It's not just physical work. It's a full-on mental exercise.
And this mental stimulation has real-world payoffs. We're talking sharper focus and better concentration, stuff you'll notice both in and out of the gym. Over time, challenging your brain this way actually helps improve your overall cognitive function, keeping you sharp in every aspect of your life. So, this all leads to the bigger picture. We're not just training for next week or for some event next month, we're building a foundation for a long, active, healthy life. And variation is the key to that long-term adaptability.
I mean, life is anything but routine, isn't it? By teaching your body a whole library of different movements, you're preparing it for, well, for anything life throws at you. Whether it's a spontaneous hike with friends, a pickup game of basketball, or just keeping up with your kids, a varied fitness routine builds the resilience you need for a dynamic life.
So if there's one thing you take away from all this, it's this. Get comfortable with being a little uncomfortable. Step outside of your normal routine. When you truly embrace variety, you're going to unlock a whole new level of benefits for both your body and your mind that a static routine just can't touch.